Hello, I hope you're all doing really, really well. Let's see where your energy is today. I'm kind of seeing a compass and an inability to know which direction to take. Is it north? Is it east? Is it south? Is it west? Where am I going? So we're going to have a little look at that today. And we're going to figure out whereabouts on that compass are you right now? And what do you need to know about it? Warrior, inner strength, clarity and presence. You are in the south, my dear. And the south is the direction of power, of feeling, of illumination. Now this inner strength, clarity and presence, this is about courage. So this message for you today is about having courage. Warrior makes me feel like you've been through a lot already. And it is the number of the Hierophant as well. So this is like a spiritual warfare within you. It's almost like you've had to really claw your way through to realise your spirituality. I feel like that's been a big journey for you. You may have gone from maybe being conditioned by religion when you were younger. And as you've moved through your life, you've maybe changed your opinion on what you believe or what you don't believe. But I feel like you are now in this space of like, you fully know what you believe because of the experiences that you've had. You've met the guides, you've maybe spoken with God, you've had an angel encounter. It's that kind of energy that's making you so 100% sure of where you sit with that. And that is why you are in the direction of power right now. But power is the challenge point. It isn't the intention. Power is the challenge. And you are being tested right now in the direction of the south. Okay. Let me just grab some runes around this because this is inner strength rather than outer strength. So I feel like you actually maybe come across as fairly quiet or reserved around people. And this flame hasn't actually been lit yet. So the illumination part of the direction that you're in, it won't be illuminated fully until you are fully sat in that power. And something is blocking that light. Something is blocking that power. You are about to get the clarity and to be fully present, to feel fully present in this moment. Yes. So if you're feeling like it's really hard at the moment or you're really struggling, I mean, you can probably hear it in my voice. I've got a cold right now and I am really struggling through like doing general daily things. But I don't rest very well. I don't allow myself to just rest. So I feel like you're a similar person to that. Now, if you're feeling a similar way, you might not have a cold or anything, but you might just be feeling lethargic or you've just got a lot on or there's a lot of issues with things. Just know that there's some freedom coming to that. There is, you know, the things that you've done, you've never just slept on it. You haven't buried your head in the sand. You've gone forward and got things done. And I feel like for some of you, that might be a really difficult thing for you to do, actually. And Fehu is followed by Bacano, which this is suggesting that, you know, once that illumination happens, once that light is lit within you, it's bringing through a whole fresh perspective, a whole new beginning for you. That it brings rewards of like, instead of feeling like you've got to constantly battle through life, this is more ease and less effort. But for some of you, interestingly, the energy I'm picking up is that you've always felt like you had to struggle, that maybe that is you and that is your life and that's just the way things are. But your mindset is changing, and as it changes and shifts, it's actually the inner strength it's giving you. It's bringing you clarity to maybe you don't have to make it so hard on yourself, you know. I don't know why I've got this analogy in my head, but I've got to tell you, it's about swimming. So maybe you're interested in swimming, maybe you're a swimmer or you used to be a swimmer, but there's something about this particular analogy of like someone that is swimming and they've learned how to swim and they can swim okay, but then, I don't know, a lifeguard comes up to you and says like, oh, you could actually make it a lot easier for yourself if you did it like this. But the person swimming has been doing it this other way for so long, they don't want to take the advice of somebody else. Even if it does make it easier for them, they've always done it that way, you know? So that's kind of, I don't know if you get that analogy or not, but it's basically like, if someone is giving you some information that will make your life easier, why won't you take it? And the reason you won't take it is because of comfort, is because it's something that feels safe, because you know how to do that. Learning something new throws you out completely, or feels like you're going back to the beginning again. So that is part of the challenge in your power, is allowing yourself to learn a new way, learn a different way of doing things. That's what's slowing you down at this time. And it's almost like there's things happening in your life that are making you sit still, that are making you come away from the distractions in your life. This could be people, it could be your workplace, it could be social things. But it's pulling you away from these things to really acknowledge your own power, your true power within you, and the challenges to that, the struggles that you allow into your life, because that's the way you know. And you're not too old to learn new things. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Because what I see at the moment is there is a real struggle to your power at this time. This is why you are sat there in the south. But what happens from this point is, what creeps in when we can't quite grasp our power is fear. And that brings us right back to the beginning again. So this is about overcoming these obstacles, because right now you are allowing the fear to kind of bring you out of the power point. It's almost like we're going to have to skip this bit but you can't skip this bit. You have to bring that, you have to integrate it. You have to understand the power that you have and the things that you can do. And you can only get there through being present in the moment. Take the lessons. This is part of the Hierophant. I know this isn't actually the Hierophant, but the number 5 is making me think of that. Now, this is about wise counsel. If somebody gives you information and it's wise, and you know it's wise, why aren't you taking it? Why are you ignoring it? Let's look a little bit deeper into that. Because I feel like this message, that you are ignoring it. Okay. You're ignoring it because actually, I feel like you've just got used to the lack. You know that this takes you out of lack. But that scares you. That absolutely scares you, that actually things could be easier. Now, maybe it scares you that things could be easier because you'd then be annoyed with yourself that you didn't do this sooner. But you see, what you're equipped with now, you didn't have before. And when you know better, you have the opportunity to do better. And that's where you're at right now. So don't beat yourself up for like, well, if I learn this now and I do this now, then that's like the past 10, 20 years, however long, I should have been doing that before. But you weren't this version of you then. So you can't look at things like that. You can only look at things from the present moment. And in the present moment, you are being offered information that's going to make things so much easier for you. And you must take it. I know some of you are screaming at me like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is this information? So let's have a little look into that, shall we? Maybe you haven't received it yet. Okay. So this, if it hasn't already come into your life, it's about to. And I feel like this is information from a friend, someone that you maybe trust their opinion. Perhaps they usually give wise counsel. Maybe they are a counsellor. And what the suggestion is bringing in is about creativity, is about just allowing things to be easier for yourself. Swans may be significant to you as well. We won't talk too much about that. I was going to say something, but I better not. I don't want anyone knocking on my door to arrest me. But yeah, we have this energy of this cup here, if you look down, reminds me of the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning. It can also be like the start of something new and really heartwarming, something that is connected to your emotions. Now, emotionally, this is possibly, again, whilst you might hold back, because there's that comfort feeling. You're not used to it, and your heart maybe have been put on hold for a little bit. But this is about working through that challenge now. Yes. And working it to your advantage too. Okay. We have much to talk about within this reading. So if any of this information resonates with you, drop me a DM. I would love to book in a reading with you. Have a blessed day.